You've completed 3 months. You've built foundation. You've established habits. You've proven to yourself that the protocol works. You've experienced the month 3 plateau and pushed through it. You've measured your 6-week progress and your 3-month progress. You can see real change. Now comes the phase where everything you've built starts producing the accelerated results you've been waiting for. Months 1 through 3 were necessary. They built the foundation, they established habits, they adapted your body to training. But the volume was moderate, the intensity was building. You weren't yet ready for serious training stress. Now you are. Months 4 through 6 are fundamentally different. This is where you increase training frequency to 5 or 6 days per week. This is where you increase training volume significantly. This is where you push intensity in ways you couldn't before. This is where the foundation you built in months 1 through 3 enables you to do serious training work. And this is where visible results accelerate again. Because here's what happens. In month 1, you see dramatic changes because your body is shocked by new stimulus. In months 2 and 3, visible change is slow because your body has adapted to the stimulus you're giving it. In month 4, when you increase stimulus significantly, your body responds again with visible change. But this time, the foundation is solid, so the changes are sustainable. The adaptations are deeper. By month 6, when you've had 6 months of consistent training, 3 months of foundation, and 3 months of advanced volume, your body has been completely transformed. The changes you see are not just temporary adaptation, they're fundamental structural changes. Let me break down the months 4 through 6 protocol in detail. Why months 4 through 6 require a different approach. In months 1 through 3, you trained 3 to 4 days per week. This was sustainable and appropriate for building foundation. You had significant recovery days. You had time to adapt. In months 4 through 6, you transitioned to training 5 or 6 days per week. This is significantly more demanding. This requires more recovery resources. This requires more nutritional support. This requires better sleep. This requires more stress management. You can't do this in month 1. You're not ready. You don't have the habits. You don't have the conditioning. You don't have the recovery systems in place. But by month 4, you do. You've been training consistently for 3 months. Your nervous system is adapted to training stimulus. Your recovery systems are working well. Your nutrition is dialed. Your sleep is good. Your stress management is established. Now you're ready to increase demand significantly. Why would you do this? Because higher training volume produces better results. More training stimulus triggers more adaptation. More frequent training of different muscle groups distributes training stimulus more strategically. The combination produces faster body composition change, faster strength development, and more comprehensive adaptation. The 6-day structure also allows for specialization. You can dedicate specific days to specific goals. Upper body push focus one day, upper body pull focus another day, lower body focus another day, cardiovascular focus another day. This strategic distribution produces better results than doing everything equally. The 6-day training structure. Here's a typical 6-day structure for months 4 through 6. Monday, upper body push emphasis. Focus on horizontal and vertical push movements, bench press, incline press, overhead press, dips. You're training these movement patterns at higher volume than before. Sample structure. Bench press, 5 warm-up sets, then 5 to 6 working sets of 3 to 8 reps at moderate to heavy intensity. Incline dumbbell press, 4 sets of 6 to 10 reps. Overhead press, 4 sets of 5 to 8 reps. Dips, 3 to 4 sets of 5 to 10 reps. Tricep extensions, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Total training time about 90 minutes.
The volume is significantly higher than month 1, but you're not training every single muscle to maximum effort. You're specializing. You're going deep on push patterns. Tuesday, lower body emphasis. Focus on knee and hip dominant patterns: squats, deadlifts, lunges, leg presses. Sample structure: squats, 5 warm-up sets, then 5 to 6 working sets of 3 to 8 reps at heavy intensity. Romanian deadlifts, 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps. Leg press, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Leg curls, 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Calf raises, 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Total training time about 90 minutes. Wednesday, cardiovascular emphasis, 30 to 50 minutes of cardiovascular work. This could be moderate intensity steady work, or it could be interval-based work starting to transition toward higher intensity. You're building cardiovascular capacity and work capacity. Thursday, upper body pull emphasis. Focus on vertical and horizontal pull movements: pull-ups, rows, lat pull-downs. Sample structure: pull-ups or weighted pull-ups, 5 sets of 5 to 8 reps. Barbell rows, 5 sets of 5 to 8 reps at heavy intensity. Lat pull-downs, 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Seated rows, 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Bicep curls, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Forearm work, 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Total training time about 90 minutes. Friday, full body power and strength. Lower volume but higher intensity. Focus on peak performance. Sample structure: squats, 3 to 4 sets of 3 to 5 reps at very heavy intensity. Bench press, 3 to 4 sets of 3 to 5 reps at heavy intensity. Deadlifts, 2 to 3 sets of 1 to 3 reps at maximum intensity. Pull-ups, 3 sets of 5 to 8 reps. Total training time about 60 minutes. Saturday, active recovery and conditioning, 30 to 40 minutes of moderate intensity cardiovascular work, or light skill work, or flexibility work. The goal is movement without stress. Sunday, complete rest, no training, recovery focus. This 6-day structure hits every muscle group multiple times per week. It allows for specialization on specific days. It maintains appropriate balance between intensity and volume, and it produces excellent results. The total training volume is substantially higher than months 1 through 3, but it's strategically organized so each individual session is manageable. You're not trying to do everything every session. You're specializing.
Advanced progression tactics. In months 1 through 3, progression was simple: add weight, add reps, add sets. In months 4 through 6, you have more advanced progression tactics. Exercise variation. You're not doing the exact same exercises every time. You're using exercise variations that hit the same movement pattern differently. Bench press for 3 weeks, then incline press, then dumbbell press, then machine press, then back to bench. Each variation provides slightly different stimulus to the same muscle groups, preventing adaptation plateau while maintaining specificity. Rep range variation. You're using different rep ranges for different purposes. Heavy weights for low reps, 3 to 5, build maximum strength and neural adaptation. Moderate weights for moderate reps, 6 to 10, build strength and muscle. Lighter weights for higher reps, 12 to 20, build muscle and work capacity. You're cycling through rep ranges. Set structure variation. You're using different set structures. Straight sets, 5 sets of 5. Drop sets, 5 sets of 5, then drop weight by 20% and do more reps to failure. Supersets, 2 exercises back-to-back with no rest. Trisets, 3 exercises back-to-back. Circuit training, multiple exercises done in sequence. Each structure provides different stimulus. Rest period variation. You're varying rest periods between sets. Heavy strength work, 3 to 4 minutes rest between sets. Hypertrophy work, 1 to 2 minutes rest. Metabolic work, 30 to 60 seconds rest. Different rest periods create different stimulus and adaptation. Intensity techniques. You're using advanced intensity techniques. Supersets, 2 exercises paired with no rest between. Drop sets, complete a set, immediately reduce weight and continue to failure. Rest pause sets, complete a set, rest briefly, then do more reps with same weight. Paused reps, hold the weight at the hardest position for 1 to 3 seconds, creating additional time under tension. This variety of progression tactics prevents the body from fully adapting. Just when your body has adapted to one stimulus variation, you change it, but you're still training the same movement patterns, so you're progressing without plateau. Advanced cardiovascular training. In months 1 through 3, cardiovascular work was moderate intensity, building aerobic base. In months 4 through 6, you're introducing higher intensity cardiovascular training. High-intensity interval training, HIIT, 2 days per week of structured intervals. Example, 3-minute warm-up at easy pace, then 8 rounds of 90 seconds at 95% maximum effort, 90 seconds easy recovery, then 5-minute cool-down easy pace. Total time, about 25 minutes. These intervals create stronger cardiovascular stimulus than steady-state work. They improve VO2 max more efficiently. They build work capacity. Moderate intensity sustained work. 2 days per week of 30 to 45 minutes at moderate intensity. This maintains aerobic base while supporting recovery from high-intensity work. This combination of high-intensity intervals and moderate-intensity sustained work builds both aerobic capacity and work capacity. It's more effective than steady-state work alone, and it's time-efficient. Nutrition protocol for high-volume training. Training 5 to 6 days per week at this intensity requires serious nutritional support. Calorie requirements. You need more calories than months 1 through 3. If you were eating 2,000 calories per day, you might now need 2,200 to 2,400 calories. More training requires more fuel. Protein requirements. You need 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. If you weigh 180 pounds, you need 180 to 216 grams of protein daily. This supports muscle protein synthesis from high training volume. Carbohydrate requirements. You need significantly more carbohydrates than months 1 through 3. Carbohydrates fuel training performance. With higher training volume, you need more carbohydrates. You might eat 2 to 3 grams of carbohydrates per pound of body weight on training days. Meals and meal frequency. You're likely eating 4 to 6 meals per day. This ensures steady protein intake and steady energy availability. Pre-training meal, post-training meal, multiple meals throughout the day. Example day. Breakfast, 4 whole eggs, 2 slices whole grain toast, berries. 50 grams protein, 60 grams carbs, 20 grams fat. Mid-morning, Greek yogurt with granola and berries. 20 grams protein, 50 grams carbs, 10 grams fat. Pre-training, 30 minutes before, banana with almond butter. 15 grams protein, 40 grams carbs, 12 grams fat. Post-training, within 30 minutes, protein shake with rice cereal and berries. 40 grams protein, 80 grams carbs, 5 grams fat. Late afternoon, chicken with sweet potato and vegetables. 40 grams protein, 50 grams carbs, 15 grams fat. Dinner, salmon with rice and broccoli. 40 grams protein, 60 grams carbs, 20 grams fat. Evening, if needed, casein protein shake or cottage cheese. 20 grams protein, 10 grams carbs, 5 grams fat. This totals approximately 215 grams protein, 350 grams carbs, 87 grams fat. That's roughly 2,000 calories, adjusted based on your body weight and goals. Supplementation. You're taking more targeted supplements. Creatine monohydrate, 5 grams daily, beta-alanine, 3 to 5 grams daily, caffeine, 100 to 300 milligrams before training, carbohydrate drinks around training, electrolytes for hydration. These support performance and recovery.
Recovery protocols for high-volume training. Training 5 to 6 days per week at high intensity creates significant stress. Recovery becomes critical. Sleep, 8 to 9 hours nightly. This is where adaptation happens. Sleep is not optional. It's the primary recovery intervention. Sleep quality: dark, cool, quiet room, consistent sleep schedule, no screens before bed. You're optimizing sleep seriously. Stress management: daily meditation, breathing work, time in nature. Stress suppresses recovery. You're managing stress actively. Active recovery: 1 day per week of light movement, easy walk, yoga, stretching, no intense training, just movement and mobility. Sauna and cold exposure: 3 times per week. Sauna for 15 to 20 minutes at 110 to 120 degrees. Cold exposure for 1 to 3 minutes at 10 to 15 degrees. This supports recovery, immune function, and adaptation. Massage and mobility: 3 to 4 times per week. 15 to 30 minutes of foam rolling, stretching, or massage, focusing on areas of tightness or fatigue. Nutrition: eating enough to support training, quality nutrients to support recovery, adequate protein, adequate carbohydrates, adequate fat. Supplementation: magnesium for sleep, zinc for recovery and hormones, vitamin D if deficient, anti-inflammatory compounds if needed. Nothing is magical, but all support recovery. Managing central nervous system fatigue: training 5 to 6 days per week at high intensity creates neural fatigue. Your nervous system is stressed from constant training stimulus. You manage this through auto-regulation. You train hard on days when you feel good. You dial back intensity on days when you feel fatigued. You don't try to hit personal records every session. You train hard maybe once per week per movement pattern. Other sessions are quality work but not maximum effort. Deload weeks: every 4th week, you reduce training volume by 25 to 50%. Same training frequency, but fewer sets per exercise, lower intensity. This gives your nervous system recovery while maintaining some training stimulus. Variety: changing exercises, rep ranges, set structures, rest periods. Variety prevents the nervous system from fully adapting to one stimulus. It prevents overuse injuries. It maintains stimulus to the system. Sleep priority: nervous system recovery happens in sleep. You're getting 8 to 9 hours nightly. This is non-negotiable. Stress management: psychological stress adds to training stress. You're managing stress through daily practice. Expected results and timeline. Here's what to expect in months 4 through 6. Week 13, beginning month 4. You start the new 6-day protocol. The volume is noticeably higher. You feel the challenge. You're sore, you're fatigued, but you're also feeling strong. Your body's ready for this. You know how to train. You know how to recover. You're not panicking, you're executing. Week 14, your body is adapting to the new volume. You feel challenged but capable. Energy is good. You're recovering well. You're excited about the new structure. Week 15, soreness has decreased. Your body is adapting. You're sleeping great. You're eating well. You feel strong. Week 16, end of month 4, 4 months total. You measure. You can see visible change. You've lost more fat. You've gained muscle. Strength has significantly increased. Your body composition is noticeably different from month 3. This is motivating. The plateau is broken. You're seeing results again. Week 17 through 20, you continue. The volume becomes normal. You're not fatigued. You're progressing steadily. The new training structure feels good. You look visibly different from month 3. Week 24, end of month 6, 6 months total. You measure completely. Full battery of tests: body composition, strength on major lifts, resting heart rate, cardiovascular capacity, blood work if available. The results are dramatic. You're not the same person from month 1. You might have lost 30 to 40 pounds of fat. You might have gained 15 to 20 pounds of muscle. You're visibly more muscular. You're visibly stronger. Your movement quality is superior. Your energy is high. Your sleep is excellent. Your cardiovascular capacity is exceptional. This is 6 months of consistent training, progressive overload, proper nutrition, good sleep, and stress management. This is what it produces. Common month 4 through 6 challenges. Overtraining. With significantly increased volume, overtraining is possible. Signs: persistent fatigue, declining performance, frequent illness, mood changes, sleep disruption. Solution: reduce volume, increase recovery, consider deload. Joint pain. Increased training volume can create joint stress. Solution: improve movement quality, reduce volume in problematic areas, add mobility work, consider deload. Boredom.
You're training 6 days per week. The structure can become repetitive. Solution: vary exercises more frequently. Change training split. Add new challenge movements. Focus on performance metrics. Motivation fluctuation. Months 4 through 6 have high training stress. Some days motivation is low. Solution: focus on process, showing up, not results. Perfect workout. Accept that some days are better than others. Life stress. Training stress plus life stress compounds. Work deadlines, relationship issues, other responsibilities. Solution: prioritize recovery even more. Sleep, stress management. Don't try to push harder when life stress is high. Maintain consistency instead.
Month 6 measurements. Full 6-month assessment. At the end of month 6, you measure everything comprehensively. Body composition, full DEXA scan or bioelectrical impedance, compared to month 0 baseline. 6 months of training should show dramatic body composition change. Strength, test all major lifts, squats, deadlifts, bench press, overhead press, rows. Compared to month 3 and month 0, strength should be significantly higher. Cardiovascular, VO2 max test if available, resting heart rate recovery, all should show significant improvement. Blood work, full comprehensive panel if you did it at month 0, lipid panel, glucose, inflammatory markers, hormones. Compare to month 0, should show improvement across the board. Measurements, waist, chest, hips, thighs, arms. Compared to month 1 and month 0, should show significant changes. Performance, what can you do now that you couldn't do in month 1? Run longer distances? Do more pull-ups? Lift significantly more weight? Document your capabilities. Energy and sleep. How do you feel? How's your energy? How's your sleep? How's your recovery? These are real measures of health. Photos. Take photos from the same angles as month 0. The visual difference is striking after 6 months. Preparation for months 7 through 12. By the end of month 6, you've completed half the year. You've built foundation. You've increased training volume and intensity. You've seen dramatic results. You've established yourself as someone who trains, eats well, sleeps well, and manages stress well. This is who you are now. Months 7 through 12, the training structure will shift again. You'll specialize. You'll emphasize either strength, conditioning, or mobility based on your goals. But the foundation for that specialization is what you've built in the first 6 months. In your month 6 evaluation, assess what you've achieved. What worked? What could improve? What do you want to specialize in for months 7 through 12? If you loved strength training, you might specialize in strength for months 7 through 12, building maximum muscle and power. If you loved cardiovascular training, you might specialize in conditioning, building cardiovascular capacity and work capacity. If you valued mobility, you might specialize in longevity and mobility, building range of motion and functional movement. You have data, you have experience, you have 6 months of training. You know what works for you, you know what excites you. You're ready for specialization. Your Month 4 Action Plan. Here's what you do starting week 13. Review Month 3 data. Understand what you achieved in months 1 through 3. Take that confidence into Month 4. Switch to 6-day training structure. Commit to the new structure. You're ready. Your body's ready. Your recovery systems are ready. Increase nutrition to support increased volume. Calculate new calorie and protein requirements based on new training volume. Eat to support training. Prioritize recovery even more. Sleep is non-negotiable, 8 to 9 hours nightly. Stress management is critical. Meditation, breathing work, time in nature. Recovery modalities if available, sauna, cold exposure, massage. Track your training. Write down every session, what exercises, how many sets, how many reps, how much weight, how you felt. This data is valuable for progression and adjustment. Expect the challenge. Month 4 is harder than month 1. More training, more stress, but you're stronger, you're more adapted, you're ready.
Push through the first 2 weeks. By week 3, you'll feel great. Measure week 16. Full body composition measurement. Strength testing. See the results. This will motivate you through the rest of months 4 through 6.